a 16-point leap in software engineering benchmarks delivered in just 21 days with no pre-training rerun and at 75 cents per million tokens. Google just released Gemini 3.7 Flash with discrete thinking levels, and it changes the economics for every developer building autonomous agent loops. Here are the headline figures. Google reports 65.3% on DeepSWE version 1.1, up from roughly 49%. Standard input pricing drops to 75 cents per million tokens through the end of the year, and the entire update arrived exactly 3 weeks after 3.6 Flash. This 3-week release cadence shows how frontier labs are iterating. Rather than running a months-long pre-training cluster from scratch, Google applied targeted algorithmic improvements directly to the 3.6 reasoning foundation. The result is a much faster upgrade cycle focused entirely on real-world coding and agentic execution. The core specification retains what made Flash practical. You get a 1 million token input context window, a 64,000 token output limit, and full multimodal input support for text, images, video, audio, and PDF documents. Standard pricing is 75 cents for input and $3.75 for output tokens. The main story is the coding leap on DeepSWE version 1.1. Google reports 65.3% task resolution compared to approximately 47 to 49% on 3.6 Flash. That 16-point gain reflects improved first-pass bug fixing, cleaner multi-turn planning, and far more reliable tool calling. Let us ground the benchmark claims with independent data on WebDev Arena. 3.7 Flash is independently verified live at 1588 ELO, 50 points ahead of 3.6 Flash. Other numbers, like 43.6% on Frontier Code, remain vendor-reported and await broader third-party evaluation. Why does this matter for autonomous agents? In an agent loop, an inaccurate model gets stuck in costly retry loops, burning tokens and increasing latency. A model with higher first-pass accuracy breaks that compounding spiral, turning multi-turn coding agents from an expensive experiment into a practical daily tool. The biggest architectural change is how you control reasoning for 3.7 Flash. Google deprecated numeric thinking token budgets. Instead, you set a discrete thinking level, low, medium, or high. The default is medium, and setting minimal will return an error. This replaces token guessing with predictable effort tiers. In code, configuring reasoning is straightforward. When calling the Interactions API or generate content, pass thinking level inside your generation config. You no longer tune temperature, top P, or top K, as custom sampling parameters are now unsupported for this model. The level dial manages the reasoning depth for you. The 3 levels map directly to agent roles. Use low for fast, triage, classification, and simple tool routing. Keep the default medium for routine feature work and single-file edits. Switch to high when your agent faces complex code-based refactoring, multi-file dependency updates, or subtle debugging challenges. This enables a clean hybrid swarm architecture. A lightweight coordinator running on low thinking level can quickly break down user requests and delegate work. It hands off bounded tasks to specialized subagents running on high thinking level. You get deep reasoning where it counts without paying high latency across the entire tree. Watch out for 3 breaking migration changes. First, custom temperature and sampling parameters are gone. Second, candidate count is removed. Third, if you use function calling, every function response must now include both the call ID and the function name. Update your client wrappers before swapping model identifiers. The pricing structure rewards modern agent workflows. In standard mode, you pay 75 cents per million input tokens. For asynchronous workloads, batch and flex modes drop to 37.5 cents, and reading from a cached prompt context costs just 7.5 cents per million tokens. Be precise about where 3.7 Flash is live today. Google confirmed availability in Google AI Studio, the Gemini API, Google Anti-Gravity, Android Studio, and Gemini Spark However, launch day distribution lists omitted Vertex AI and GitHub Copilot, so check your provider changelog before updating production configurations. Beyond software engineering, document reasoning also improved. Google reports 34% on the GDP.pdf benchmark, up from 22%. On automation bench business workflows, Google measured 30.4% on their private held-out test suite, indicating stronger structured data extraction across enterprise tasks. It is equally important to know where flagships still lead. While 3.7 Flash dominates on price to performance and web development ELO, flagship models like GPT 5.6 Terra and Claude Sonnet 5 still outperform it on terminal commands, OS navigation in OS World, and complex synthetic reasoning evaluations. For production deployments, remember 3 guardrails. First, preserve thought signatures across conversation turns to maintain reasoning context. Second, monitor your interactive rate limits inside AI Studio, as quotas depend on your tier. Third, remember that standard prices adjust to normal rates after December 31st. The Architect's Lens brings 3 takeaways. First, Flash tier models are now capable agent engines. Second, use discrete thinking levels rather than guessing token budgets. Third, audit your platform availability and respect the boundaries where flagships still lead. Subscribe to Use AI with TechDad for more practical AI architecture.